This is a mistake.
Some people actually don't believe that I legitimately used to be a huge Drake fan. I've listened to every single song he has ever put out for public consumption. Please don't leave the video. I have to be honest with you all, though. I have been literally profiting off of
Glazing.
praising Kendrick the past couple months and making fun of Drake nonstop. And I mean everything that I say, truly. But I don't want to pretend like there wasn't a time, a very short time ago, where I wasn't running the greatest defense for Drake, where I wasn't trying to downplay Kendrick's work to make it seem like the battle was closer than it actually was. And that's what we're going to do today. There's this recording that I made at the kitchen table in the home that I grew up at. My brother is present, and we're talking about Meet the Grams, and I'm talking about everything wrong with it. And by popular demand, I'm going to release this for public consumption. You all deserve to know the truth, you know, who you're really supporting. All right. I haven't listened to this fully in months. I'm just going to leave it to my editor at this point.
You are fucking done for, buddy.
Derapy. Here's my problem with the new Kendrick diss. Like, forget all of just like the fun, like the back and forth rap stuff, because we're clearly past that. This is like personal stuff. Kendrick is basically accusing, forget even like you're hiding a daughter stuff. He was hiding a son, now he's hiding a daughter. I literally don't care about that. And I don't really know why anybody would. When there's other stuff. Yeah. First of all, let's be real. If Drake was hiding a daughter, why would he get into a rap beef with somebody that knows or could potentially know that he's hiding a daughter? The last rap beef he was in, they were like, you're hiding a son. I just want to be really clear about the allegations that Kendrick Lamar is levying towards Drake. He's talking about videos and people being used for sex, paid for sex. Drake is protecting people that are sexually offending people, assaulting people, and it's just a completely different tone from Euphoria. Now, here's my thing. If Kendrick knew this stuff and didn't share it until the rap beef reached a certain point, it's like, that's wrong, right?
I mean...
like, it's bad. Damon, you can chime in here at any point, because I'm still like trying to understand how we got here. Because Drake's out here calling Kendrick short.
A little person.
Pipsqueak, you know. And Kendrick's like, you wish you were blacker. Stop saying the N-word. Like, just, you know, all right. We don't want to hear you say. That doesn't sound like somebody that...
No, we don't want you to abuse people anymore. That's what we really don't want you to do. If that's true. Forget all that other stuff.
I don't like how Kendrick decided, you know, you said that I put my hands on Whitney. Therefore, I'm going to tell everybody how you've been abusing women. It doesn't...
That's the same...
No, not how you're abusing women.
Oh, okay.
How you're like running basically a sex trafficking ring.
Whole operation out here.
An entire operation. You're covering for people. You're paying for these things. You were telling LeBron to keep his kids away from people like Drake. Just think about what you're actually saying. First, you were just like, some of the stuff you do is just cringeworthy. It ain't even got to be deep, I guess. So you're telling me it doesn't have to be deep. But then you go to the deepest. I don't think there are many worse things you can do than accuse somebody of the things that Kendrick is saying that Drake did. Keep making me dance, waving my hand, and it won't be no threat. So you're telling me if Drake just stopped rapping and just made fun pop songs, you would not expose the fact that he is putting children in danger? Like, I just want people to understand how crazy what Kendrick Lamar is doing. The problem with not having like other people with you when you're writing your raps is that you can say some pretty outlandish stuff. At the end of the day, Kendrick Lamar might be the most talented rap artist ever. He might be better at writing raps than anybody. But he probably didn't think about the legal repercussions that could come with accusing somebody of the things that he's accusing Drake of. And this goes beyond like, oh, there's no rules in rap beef. There's no limits. The law would argue otherwise. You can't just be like, Drake murdered a person. I saw it. And if that didn't happen, you can't just say that, right? Yeah. So I just feel like I see people on Twitter talking about like, I don't care who wins. This is a dub for hip hop. I'm like, this has nothing to do with hip hop anymore.
No, stop being about that.
This is not about double entendres. You can't get on a song, address somebody's child,
Dear Adonis.
and be like, your dad is covering up sex crimes, and I'm gonna put it into a rhyme, and I'm gonna release it on YouTube. My main problem is just like you can't joke about somebody having ghostwriters and like, oh, this isn't a 20v1, it's a 1v20. I gotta deal with your ghostwriters. Like, okay, that's cool. That can't be juxtaposed with this man should be like arrested, you know? Like
That man should be arrested immediately.
You're literally like, don't speak on the family, Crody. It can get deep in the family, Crody. Talk about me and my family, Crody. Like you're mocking a Canadian accent.
I mean, a new whole king eating fried rice with a dip sauce and a blackberry, Crody.
And within a week, you're like, this person is the worst person you could imagine. This person is Jeffrey Epstein plus Harvey Weinstein plus whatever they're saying Diddy did.
Did he do it?
Diddy did.
It's just not adding up.
I'm reading these comments. Only way you could is, I get your point, because I was going to say, only way it would make sense is if it was all true and Kendrick just wanted this to happen. But even so, I guess why would you wait on it for a rap beef?
So I thought about that. So the only potential explanation is that Kendrick had been meaning to expose all of these things about the industry and Drake specifically. Planted the seed with the Like That verse
Would be crazy.
on Metro's album with the feature. So the Drake, no, there's too much mental gymnastics is going on. Like, I'm already tired of it. It doesn't make any sense. But we can try to go through the rest of it. Kendrick Lamar knew that Drake would start a rap beef with him over the Like That verse. Drake releases Push-Ups and the Tailor-Made freestyle. Kendrick knows that he's going to engage in a beef with Drake specifically and wants to expose him, but knows that J. Cole isn't guilty of any of these crimes, which is why he tells J. Cole to stay out of the way.
Interesting.
And J. Cole apologizes.
He tells J. Cole, it's about to get real. You may want to get out of it.
He tells J. Cole to get out of the way because he's about to
destroy Drake.
He's about to ruin Drake's life and the life of many people who have idolized Drake for the past decade. You know, whatever.
You're talking about yourself.
And as him and Drake are going back and forth, he has decided to conclude his investigation into Drake's many crimes and expose them, not in like a letter or a statement. He puts it in a song that's followed by two other songs that were much more lighthearted in tone. I think anybody with that defense is giving Kendrick Lamar too much credit. He's not this master. He's not like some super master.
Kendrick fans would definitely.
Kendrick fans are going to be like, no, he planned this entire thing. He's been working on this for years.
If I was a Kendrick fan, of course I would want to go that route because it's either that or accept the fact that maybe
he did. Maybe he's lied.
Maybe he's off. And
Okay, hear me out, bro. Okay, the daughter thing, I'm going to be honest. Drake immediately, way too quickly went on Instagram was like, can somebody tell me where this daughter of mine is hiding? Because I would be shocked to discover that Drake knows he has a daughter out there and then post this Instagram story like, he's playing.
What do you think about people keep saying that Kendrick had the response that quick because he really does have people in the camp?
I'm from the future.
Sure. But how do we know that these are reliable sources of information? If these people are
that's the point.
If these people are that close to Drake to get information about a secret daughter,
Expose him!
don't you think it's possible that they might have flipped at some point? They might enjoy the... Kendrick Lamar's not employing secret agents, okay? That literally wake up and go to sleep every single day pretending to be Drake's friend so they can report back to Kendrick Lamar. That is not happening.
Well, because what do you think about this? Because they're saying like the timing, like how did he know to release it right after Drake did? But I would say to that, without being a fan necessarily, that it doesn't, like, if you're on that side trying to convince me that he does have people in there, I could see that. But it could also be that he was just waiting for Drake to drop it so he could just release the song. It wouldn't really take that much to do.
It leaked days and days and days ago that Kendrick recorded 19 minutes worth of stuff.
So he already had it.
So he already had it.
So he could just wait. As soon as he hears that Drake dropped, he could just release it.
So he's just like, well, whenever Drake drops, I'm going to drop my thing. That's not really that hard. People are like, oh my God, this is crazy. What a calculated...
Because people say, like, I can predict your angles, like he said in the first song.
Because here's the thing.
The second song.
The things that Drake said in Family Matters, editor Derek will have to check this because the lyrics aren't even out yet. I don't think that Kendrick directly addressed what Drake said in the song that was released like 10 minutes before.
People are saying that he does, but I haven't seen it.
I don't think that's true.
Like he addressed it word for word. I'm like, where?
I don't think that's true.
I guess we'll have to see.
My whole thing is the main reason I wanted to just talk about this briefly, as it is 1:25 in the morning.
Right.
Kendrick wasn't letting Drake fans sleep that
Eastern
night.
Standard Time, by the way. Like, this stuff is literally keeping me up at night. Because I'm just like, I'm so far removed from who is winning the rap beef that I'm just sitting here like, why would Kendrick go here? I get it. He thinks that, like, this bombshell was like, oh, I won now. But he has to understand that there's going to be some level of consequence that has nothing to do with hip hop and people saying that you won online. He has to understand that somebody might want to sue you for saying such damaging things that might not be true.
This would never happen.
What are you going to say?
There was no
Seeing this
consequence.
comment, someone saying Kendrick had 3 disses in the tuck. That's why he took so long to respond. So it's I mean, Kendrick,
He wanted to have 3 different ones
he
ready.
wanted to be ready. So yeah, it is possible that he just had,
He'd been recorded this
He already
stuff.
had this
He was
stuff
waiting to
ready.
release it.
yeah, just locked and loaded.
That's much more likely than he wrote this stuff in like an hour. Some people are like, he responded so quick. Like, dude, he had it ready. It's not that hard.
100% it was recorded before Drake, dropped, of course.
Yeah. So I say all of this to say that, you know, I feel like it would be easy for people to hear this and come away with the impression that I'm just defending Drake.
You are?
I don't care. I don't care if Drake has a secret daughter. I don't care if Drake has a gambling addiction, a drinking addiction, or a drugs addiction. Who cares? I don't care.
What about Adonis?
Drake makes music that I like. Kendrick makes music that I like. And I was just out here having fun. I thought that's what we were all doing. And the fact that it's gotten to the point where we're just like, he did this, it's illegal. He did this, it's illegal. He did this, it's illegal. Keep your kids away from him. It's not fun anymore. I know Kendrick's probably not trying to have any fun anymore. He just like actually hates Drake, and that's fine. But you can't just say stuff without like hard evidence. Unfortunately, the way the internet works, people are just like, this is Kendrick won, he dropped the bomb.
These are both facts.
This is a win for hip hop. This is the best thing since Tupac versus Biggie. I don't actually think it's that cool at all. Because it's not really like in the competitive spirit in which we all kind of signed up for. Nobody signed up for this. It's not like an enjoyable listen to hear somebody talk about these things. And I think it's just kind of ethically concerning that Kendrick would potentially wait until a rap beef where he's like, you know, I wasn't even going to tell you guys about this stuff. But since he's talking about my child and my girl, now I'm going to expose all the worst things this person's done. I just find it in poor taste. And I think people have to come to terms with the fact that Kendrick Lamar is capable of making mistakes even in a rap song.
The cope
He's just a guy
is crazy.
at the end of the day.
He won.
David, any closing thoughts?
True, he's just a guy. He could be an expert in one thing, not an expert in another. I think that's been definitely shown here because, I mean, to just say so many things without cold, hard facts, it's just not as calculated as I'm used to him being.
I hope that after
cool
this,
stuff.
he's going to like post like a Google
papers,
Doc or
that's
something.
hard.
Post videos, post audio recordings of you talking to the people that are giving you this information. Alter their voice if you need to. You can't just drop a song and be like, log them up. Like, what the? That's not how anything works.
They're playing a game, Derek. That's what I'll close with. They're playing a game. It's like 2 brothers playing a video game, neck and neck. And then one of them just like gets the upper hand for a second, just turns off the game and says, I won. Just by you quitting the game doesn't mean that you won. Just by you getting serious. We'll never really know because you quit, essentially. But his words no more valid than Drake's, because at the end of the day, it's just words.
These guys didn't know Not Like Us was dropping the next day.
I think that's what people forget at the end of the day. I'm going to close with this. Somebody said this like a couple days ago, maybe a week ago, and I wish I could give them credit. But at the end of the day, there's just two grown men writing poetry to each other. And that was kind of fun to think about. It's kind of lighthearted. But now it's more like this one guy's making punchlines about how the other one's short. Because that's what you guys kept saying. Everybody that was like, man, he just keeps calling him short. He's not even really doing anything. How do we get from there to this? That's all I want to know. Like, how did it all get so bad? Because I don't enjoy, like, when I look back at this Kendrick track, which, if I'm being honest, I'm going to make a bold prediction right now. Within a week, that track is not going to be up. I actually don't think that you can keep that up without any, like, legal consequences. Psych! If I was Drake or somebody in his family, if I was his father or his mother,
Get that off.
Explain to me what Drake's mom did to deserve this. That's what I want to know.
She gave birth.
What did Drake's mom do? Truly. What did Drake's dad do? I mean, maybe his dad. I don't know. That's the thing. I don't even know. And the fact that Kendrick is so certain that all these people's names, the child's name, Drake didn't say your kid's name. That's weird. Like, Adonis, listen to this when you're 18. What? No, actually.
Is that not slander? I just don't understand. It just can't be legal.
The worst thing that Drake said was, you cheated on your girl, you like white women, and you hit her. That's bad. It's really, really bad. But you either did that or you didn't.
Dude, that's really bad.
And that's kind of all there is to it. The stuff you're accusing Drake of is just so crazy. Now, I'm either going to need some proof, or frankly, I don't think the song should be up. It's just not good to have that out there and set the precedent that that's where things need to go. I don't want every time there's a rap beef, somebody's like, you killed somebody, you kidnapped this child. You can't just say stuff like that if it's not true. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, I'm rambling. That's all I got.
Hey, it's Derek from the future. That was a lot to listen to. What did you all think of that? Does that sound like the person you've been listening to for the past couple months? The cope is crazy. Like, trying to explain to people that all Drake did was say that the love of Kendrick's life cheated on him and had a baby with another man. That's all he did. All he did was say that Kendrick was beating the shit out of his lover. I mean, that's not that big of a deal. That's wild. Yeah, that bold proclamation about how Kendrick wouldn't even be able to keep this song up.
So that was a fucking lie.
That didn't age well. But yeah, I do feel like there were some valid points in there. I'm not gonna lie. Let me know if you had any of these similar thoughts when Meet the Grams dropped. It's so funny listening back to this now, thinking about how Not Like Us would drop the next day and kill half of the stuff that I said. And that's really, I feel like Meet the Grams made me feel like Kendrick was starting to get the upper edge, but it was more shocking than anything. I mean, you heard me in that recording. It was literally keeping me up at night. I couldn't sleep. I had to jump on the iPhone voice memo just to let the people know, just to document the feeling. But yeah, I hope that gave you all a little bit more insight into how I was feeling in May as a struggling Drake fan. If you liked the video, if you made it this far, please leave a like, leave a comment about your feelings when Meet the Grams dropped, what you think my worst take was back in May. And yeah, consider supporting the show, becoming a member for $1 so you can hear the raw, unedited cut. Love you, mean it, enjoy the outro. Cracking my windshield, I'm pissed off. If you a hater, get lost. Get lost. Yeah, it's my show and I'm in charge. Don't eat lemon pepper wings, but I'm the big boss. Please cut me slack, man, need a discount. About to jump off the roof, that's a dismount. I'm just playing.
I'm okay.
Okay, but like, are you though?
Sorry for the pause, that's awkward. Start a podcast cause I knew I was a talker. Yeah, my girl love me, but she's sick of my voice. And you know I'm pro-choice, so she do what she want. Why they hate when I get political? I'm a deep thinker, that's critical. Way too serious for a dude not getting paid. Man, I really need a shave. You know what sucks? Most of season 2 of Dave. Taking shots, but I skip out on the bar. Every single show, I swear I wanna raise the bar. Hope you listen close so you never miss the bar. Say the same thing, but I'm still going.